Now, this whole thing of Nebuchadnezzar, we can pick up again in Isaiah 14. God speaks to Isaiah, said, the people are going to Babylon, and I'm telling you before the time what's going to happen. And all these things in Babylon were pictures. Now he says to him, you will take up the proverb against the king of Babylon, saying, how have the oppressors ceased? How has this golden city ceased? Now, Babylon was never burned. Revelation says Babylon is burning. Revelation 17, 18, and 19. Babylon burned. No. God associated figuratively, Babylon became Jerusalem, an abomination to God, because when they were in Babylon, instead of repenting, they turned to the Babylonian gods. They wouldn't sing God's song in a strange land. Well, Daniel did sing God's song. So now Babylon is like, it was just deserted. The Medes and the Persians started a new capital city in Assyria. So Babylon was just deserted. Babylon never burned. The Babylon that burned in Revelation is talking about Jerusalem. Now he says, how has this golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He hath smitten the people in wrath with continual stroke. Now he talks about Babylon. What Babylon did is he ruled everybody, but he smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke that ruled the nations in anger. And it's persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is now at rest and is quiet. And they break forth in sinning. This is at the fall. He says, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of rulers. He tells Isaiah to tell him that the whole earth is going to have peace because Babylon is going to be taken out because he smote the peoples in wrath. Verse 9, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up their thrones, all the kings of the nations, and they all speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we are? Art thou become like us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. And the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? Who's he talking about? He's talking about Babylon, Lucifer, son of the morning, that fell. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. This is the spirit of Satan, the dragon. I will lift up. Did God say, eat this man, you'll be big? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven and will exalt to the throne, my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights in the clouds. I will be like the Most High. That's the same food he offered to Adam and Eve. Yet you will be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. You're not going to be in the sides of the north, you'll be in the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth tremble, that did shake the kingdoms? So Babylon is the epiphany, it's the picture of Satan exalting himself. And Jesus himself said, I saw him fell out of heaven, man. He made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners. All the kings of nations, even them that lie in glory, every one of them in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as a raiment of those that are slain, thrust with a sword, and go down to the stones of the pit, and the carcass trodden underfoot. Thou shalt not join them in burial, because thou hast destroyed the land and slain the people. And the seed of evildoers shall never be prepared for slaughter for the children, for the iniquity of the fathers, that they will not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face with the world of cities. For I will rise up against them, says the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, the remnant, the son, the nephew, and the Lord. I will also make a possession of the bitter and the pools of water, and I will sweep with the bosom of destruction, says the Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts has sworn, saying, surely, as I have thought, so it will come to pass. And he just tells, he's going to take it all. Verse 26, this is the purpose that was purposed upon the whole earth. And this is the hand that is stretched out upon the nations. And this is the book of Revelation. God's hand is stretched out. For the Lord of hosts has purposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out. Who shall turn it back? Now, the last verse, I just love this. The Lord hath founded Zion, and the poor of his people shall trust in it. What? That doesn't mean poor. It means you haven't got holes in your clothes. It means you're humble in spirit. So here we see the whole of Babylon is going to be brought down. And I mean, there's nothing left of Babylon but ruins.